6 Terrifying caves you must never enter. Hell Hole. This location in the Germany Valley of West Virginia is so well known locally that a 2011 horror book of the same name was inspired by it. Hell Hole lives up to its title. It's not as hot as it is, but it's still as eerie. With an average temperature of 47 degrees Fahrenheit, Hell Hole is the ideal place for uncommon cave-dwelling invertebrates and a variety of bats to hibernate. Indeed, about half of the world's Virginia big-eared bat population spends the winters at Hell Hole. Even while it is obvious that all animals should be respected and protected, especially this very sensitive and severely endangered species, the mere idea of a 20,000-strong cloud of fluttering, screeching bats nonetheless sends shivers down everyone's spines. Moaning Cavern. The ambient breathing sound of hot and cold air passing through small apertures contributes to the eerie atmosphere of caves. But what if you were ignorant of the whims of air pressure? That sinister breath could warn you to avoid it, or curiosity could put you at serious risk. The title moan was more of a siren's song for the over 100 prehistoric individuals whose bones have been discovered at the bottom of Moaning Cavern in Calaveras County, California. Even 13,000 years ago, the round whoosh of air encouraged individuals to jump to their lives from the 410-foot gap inside the cave. Even now, 165 feet into the vertical opening are accessible for public excursions. The courageous and adventurous will be able to rappel down, but they will still need to climb the wrought iron, Gothic staircase to get out. Norway's Plura Cave. The biggest cavern filled with water in northern Europe is said to be this diving cave. Its depth is thought to be 1,300 feet or thereabouts. There are several reasons why diving of this kind is risky. Decompression procedures are needed. Going straight from the cave's lowest point to its surface is unsafe. A break in the ascent is possible due to areas of the cave where there is air accessible. If the diver lacks the necessary experience to maneuver between the jagged stones, they have the potential to cut lines. In 2014, this dive claimed the lives of 2 very skilled divers. Philippines Puerto's Princesa Underground River. Permission must be obtained at the Puerto Princesa City Coliseum in order to access this cave, which is really closer to Sabang than Puerto Princesa. After reaching the cave, you will put on a hard hat and take a boat into the world's longest navigable underground river. In order to maintain the quietest possible trip, guided excursions are equipped with audio guides. The cave is home to more than just bats. There are also tarantulas, centipedes, and extremely hazardous snakes that live. Thousands of swifts swoop into the cave as the sun sets, and the bats decide to go. A train racing by has been likened by some to the sound of flapping wings. Yucatan's cenotes. If the circumstances described in the caverns above don't make you think twice, you should pay heed to the Grim Reaper's warning to divers not to continue past a particular point or else they could perish. One of the most risky locations in the world to dive is this network of underwater caverns. When portions of the earth crumbled, sinkholes filled with water were created, giving rise to these caverns. The ancient minds used to perform human sacrifice rites in this area before then. In this network of caverns, even seasoned divers have lost their way and been lost in confusion by veering off the designated routes in spite of warnings. Divers have become entangled in the unseen roots and vines that grow within the caverns. Bellwitch Cave. The frightening qualities of the other topics on this list are simple to explain. Not in the case of Bellwitch Cave. This comparatively modest cave near Adams, Tennessee, is the center of a mythology that is as fantastical and horrifying. Legend has it that early in the 1800s, a poltergeist who seemed to have a grudge against the farmer John Bell and his family suffered as a result. Over a period of time, the individual known as the Bell Witch caused disturbances at night, tore sheets off of mattresses, assaulted John Bell and his daughter Betsy, and added to all of this with boisterous, foolish jeers. The witch gained such notoriety that Andrew Jackson allegedly paid Adams a visit out of curiosity. When John Bell passed away in 1820 under strange circumstances, his suffering came to an end. According to some stories, Bell's body was discovered next to a vial containing an unknown black substance, and the witch claimed to have poisoned him. The witch withdrew to a cave close to the former Bell farm shortly after the disturbances subsided, and she made a vow to come back when the time was appropriate. Locals maintain that odd happenings still happen occasionally in the vicinity of the cave, and they guarantee that taking anything away will bring the Bell Witch into the life of the thief.